What does it really cost to become immortal in music? Not the awards, not the sold-out arenas, but the moments no one ever sees. The quiet desperation, the exhaustion, the small apartments where dreams were stitched together with leftover hope. Stevie Nicks, the only woman ever inducted twice into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, wasn't born a myth. She was forged in shadows, loss, and relentless ambition. For over 50 years, the world saw the black chiffon, the voice that could fracture hearts, the woman who seemed almost suspended above ordinary life. What no one saw was the pain she carried quietly, the nights alone in Los Angeles scraping by, the chemical fogs that blurred the edges of the songwriter's mind while she smiled for the world. Stevie was born Stephanie Lynn Nicks on May 26, 1948 in Phoenix, Arizona, into a family that moved so often home became an abstract idea. From Phoenix to Albuquerque, Albuquerque to El Paso to San Francisco, and finally Los Angeles, the young girl learned to make herself small to survive, while her voice grew impossibly large. Her grandfather, Aaron Jess Nicks, a struggling country singer himself, saw what no one else did. At 4 years old, he handed her a harmonica and taught her to feel music before she could read words. That early validation, the belief of someone who refused to let the world steal her gift, would become the blueprint for survival in decades to come. By high school, Stevie had decided she would sing not as a hobby, but as a life. She absorbed every nuance of Janis Joplin and Joan Baez as if learning a sacred language. And then came Lindsey Buckingham, lean, intense, and brilliant, someone who recognized in her a rare resonance. Their partnership was magnetic, musical, and explosive, both creative and romantic, pulling them toward San Francisco in the late 1960s where the world, at first, refused to notice. Rejected by labels, ignored by clubs, they labored in obscurity. Stevie waited tables, cleaned floors, and wrote songs in stolen moments, feeling the widening chasm between who she was and the world's reflection of her. Everything changed in late 1974 when McVie discovered them. "Take us both, or neither," Lindsey demanded. And just like that, at 26, Stevie stepped into Fleetwood Mac, a band already bruised and chaotic, and reshaped rock history. Their 1975 self-titled album went #1. Then Rumors in 1977, a record born in storms of heartbreak, betrayal, and grief, would define a generation, selling over 40 million copies and winning the Grammy for Album of the Year. Behind every note, every harmony, was a private collapse, relationships ending, private pregnancies quietly terminated, addictions creeping in to fill the spaces left by grief. By the 1980s, solo stardom arrived with Belladonna hitting #1, proving Stevie was a force entirely her own. But with fame came a different kind of peril. Cocaine, later replaced by prescribed medication, which quietly stole years of her creativity and weight. By the early 1990s, she emerged from chemical fog, fragile but alive, discovering again that her voice, her true instrument, still belonged to her. Stevie Nicks didn't just survive loss, addiction, and betrayal. She transformed it into songs that remain lifelines for millions. From the girl in Phoenix to the woman spinning in black chiffon on global stages, every triumph carries the scars of survival. Today, at 76, she still writes, still sings, still believes the next song could be the most important she's ever written. And that stubborn faith, unshakable, luminous, and entirely unreasonable, is her real legacy. It's not fame. It's resilience. It's proof that after decades of heartbreak, she's still here, still giving the world her soul in melody.